talk about some of this stuff up front first. What is certification? I think everybody here knows what it is. Okay, so you're familiar with it, you know what it is. I always say that everybody should get certified, just they should know my pain. The biggest reason that I give people to get certified is to set yourself apart. There's been a lot of discussion about it, but I think most people just do it just to see if they can. To me, it's like, well, I think that sets you apart a little bit from other people because they can see that you put in your own time to better yourself. When should you do it? No time like the present. Where can you? This has gotten so much better because you can do it anywhere you have an internet connection. Doesn't matter, you can do it at home. You just need a seat of SolidWorks and an internet connection, and you're set.
Do you used to have to go to a certain place?
Yeah.
Okay. I took that seriously.
Yeah, when I got mine, you had to go to a testing center. There used to be only so many certified testing centers, because when I first started looking into it, the closest one was Denver, and it was like $500 to take the test. And we got a deal for the user group where they did a special offer where we had our test out at Southeast. They flew in a Proctor, and we got the test for like, it was like $25 each or something like that. It was a crazy good deal.
That all seemed reasonable.
Yeah. And that was a huge surprise because at that time I think the test was still like $200 or $250. You could still take it free at SolidWorks World, but it was just like, oh, special. Okay, yeah, I'll totally do that. Like I said, started with the CSWP back in 1998. They issued the 1000th CSWP at SolidWorks World 2004, so it took them 6 years to get 1,000 people. Do you remember Steve Borg?
Mm-hmm.
He was the 1000th.
Was he?
Yeah. There are currently 69,096, and you can find all this on the Certification Center website. They used to show how many in each state. Now it's just a total number. These were numbers from December. SolidWorks Associate, they introduced that. It was kind of a geared towards tech schools and stuff like that. A lot of schools use that as their final exam or part of their testing so that the students graduate and they already have a certification. It's easier than the CSWP because the CSWP was geared toward people that have been using it at work 40 hours a week. They're like in the trenches. So CSWA is easier if you haven't taken any tests. I sometimes recommend doing that because it'll give you a good taste for how the test works. Significantly more, there's twice as many CSWAs, and most of them are students. The advanced programs, they announced those, God, it was probably like 2008-ish, somewhere in there, maybe 2007. These are more just specialized, so like the tabs across the top in SolidWorks, sheet metal weldments, mold tools, surfacing, very specialized, all within that one category. And then there's the Certified SolidWorks Expert, which is the top level certification. And to get that, you need to have your CSWP, you need to have 4 of the advanced certifications, and then you have to take the CSWP. You need all of that just to be able to take the test. And that one is also a 3-hour test. I think they changed it so it might be 3.5 now. Because they broke up the CSWP, I'll talk about that in a little bit. That one, if you don't pass it, you have to wait 6 months before you can take it again. In December, there was only 2,700. So these numbers I updated last week. So another 10,000 between December and August. 169, so another 20-some thousand. And the CSWEs has jumped. I would say a safe number is probably about half of the CSWEs work for SolidWorks or a reseller. There aren't a whole lot of people out in general population that have CSWE. So, how do you get ready for it? I always suggest reseller classes just because they go so in depth. User group presentations, SolidWorks sessions like this. Some of the best prep I've seen has been at SolidWorks World. Websites, this is Brian Ray's website. He kind of documented his quest for getting his CSWP. SolidWorks certification website, if you just go to SolidWorks, and I think it's under support certification, it'll take you there, and that's the certification center. That has all the information. It's the best place to start. The nicest thing that it has, in addition to the sample exams, is it lays out what to expect on each test. So like on the CSWA, this is what you should probably know about. Sketch entities, tools, relations, fill patterns, dimensions, materials, very basic stuff that you would learn in tech school. The CSWP, they've broken up into 3 sections so that you're not in there for a really long time taking a test. So it's 90 minutes, 40 minutes, and 80 minutes, which would have been nice because when I took it, it was an 8-hour exam. They just lock you in a room for 8 hours and say, take a test. And then the CSWE covers these. Know everything on these lists. I mean, you don't have to be like a super expert on it, but be extremely familiar because you have time, but you really don't have time to learn about 3D Sketch if you don't know about 3D Sketch at all. This is not the time to be figuring it out. So some of my quick tips: take the practice exams. Take them all. You can take them twice just to kind of get a feel for it. I mean, you're going to know the answer, but it gives you a really good idea of what's going to be on the test. And this one I will show, I cannot stress this one enough. This is their one nice thing that they do for you, is your very first question is going to have multiple choice. Your answer needs to be exactly that answer. If it's not, it's going to domino because your next question is going to build on this. Your next question, you're going to type in an answer. And if that number is not exact, it gets thrown out. So it's very easy to miss one question and end up getting 7 things wrong.
So say you get to that first question and you see your answer doesn't match any of those, can you go back and keep modeling or?
Oh yeah. It's you can muck around all you want, time permitting, but yeah, you want to do that, and you'll see that here. Pay attention to the location of the origin, because they will show you top, side, front view. And if there's an origin in there, or if they mention the origin, put it there, because some of your questions will be center of gravity. And you'll have to put in X, Y, and Z, or center of mass, and you have to put in all those values. If you just throw it out there willy-nilly, you've missed that question. I suggest global variables, equations, design tables, just because it makes it faster. There are some questions where you'll have to use equations. You don't have to use global variables. You'll see why I recommend it here in a second. Design intent and dimension exactly as shown. So they show you the top, front, and side view. Build it the way they dimensioned it. It might be the dumbest way to build, the shop would throw it back at you if you ever put a print out like that. It doesn't matter. Build it the way they show it. there's so many things that I do where I go for symmetry, or I build it in relations, and I use as few dimensions as possible. Fight the urge to do that and do it exactly as they show it. Units, material, significant digits are all huge, because if they ask for a 2-place decimal answer, they're going to want that. If they say units are in metric, they want that. When they specify the material, they want that exact material. And you will see this firsthand because I basically have one monitor. If you have two, you can have the test up over here and you can have SolidWorks up over here, and you're not toggling back and forth. And you'll see why this comes in handy, and that's why I brought cheat sheets. So once I get frustrated and I say, okay, I'm just going to stick in SolidWorks, I can turn the tester into the background and focus on modeling. This is a big one. Like I was telling you, go in after when nobody's going to bother you. You do not want interruptions. I know several people that have been like, oh, I've got some time, I'll do it over lunch or something. Somebody comes in. Just make sure that if you're going to do it somewhere where you can be interrupted, let people know. Don't. I can't pause the text. Right? I can't pause the test. I have to go, and when time runs out, it just submits whatever you've got, and hopefully you luck out. So what do I know about certifications? My first one is CSWP. This was back in the 8-hour test. This was in 2005 when I was 17. Yeah, I'm young. Yeah, this was back when John McElhaney was the CEO, so that's how old that is. And then I picked up a couple more. And then I said, okay, I'm coming up on 2015. I never did get around to doing the CSWE.